miss you, your mama and your cousin too. Going down the step on.
Hey, folks, it's Coach Simmons here, and we are going to talk about some stuff that we really wouldn't hear on any other channel. Because we got to actually get through this stuff. We got to actually explain what's going on at HBCUs. You know, a lot of people, best way to put it, it's all good for us to argue. Arguing and discussing it, no problem. We have different ways of looking at things, no problem. But we have to also realize there are people out there who want to stop everything we're doing. I mean, we can go ahead and talk about how Target today launched a internship for HBCU students. Yeah, the Target Scholar Sophomore Internship Program offers work experience to second-year students in Minneapolis-based retailer stores, supply chain facilities, technology, merchandising, product development, and other areas. The 8 to 10 week program will take up to 100 participants in each class. The latest expansion of the Target Scholarship Program, launched in 2021, provides 5,000 scholarships to 1,000 first-year HBCU students studying technology design and leadership. We can definitely go ahead and do that. Target said this year that they're going to provide additional $10,000 to each student in the program. That's definitely something we need to talk about. We can talk about how where did it go? The schedules of HBCUs, basketball, Chris Paul, HBCU tip-off tournament, that's perfect. We can talk about students at the nation's first HBCU are marching to the polls in Pennsylvania, Lincoln University. Definitely. That's something we're talking about. Lincoln was the first HBCU, and they're also one of the very forgotten HBCUs. We can even discuss the fact that Fox News has decided that Joe Biden saying HBCUs are just as smart as other colleges. They call it soft bigotry or low expectations, by letting them know that our schools are just as good as theirs. We can discuss that, man. But what we're going to talk about now is the fact that, as many of my folks over in Mississippi already know, this morning, fires near the HBCU point to arson. A suspected arsonist believed to be responsible for numerous fires set Tuesday in Jackson, Mississippi. At least 7 fires were reported happened overnight, affecting areas around Jackson University, which is a historically black college. Suspect is identified as Devin McLaren. At least 2 churches, Epiphany Church and Bethlehem Temple Church, were torched, as well as Jackson State University's baseball field. The areas where the fires broke out, Epiphany Church at 1230 Isaiah Montgomery, Greater Bethlehem Temple Church at 1101 Pascagoula Street baseball field on JSU campus, Central Street, and Dalton and Terry Road and Cherry Street. The thing is, whenever there's a chance for change, I'm not even saying what change it is. Whenever there's a chance for any kind of change, there are people who want to stop that chance. HBCUs are at a point. Now, look, I don't care what channel you listen to. I don't care who you subscribe to. I just want you to understand that these channels, everyone from Well Off Media, Tomorrow Leader Sports Network, DJ Wrong Cut Untruth, Tiger Talk, hell, Cut Day, Off Script, whatever, they're all pushing the HBCUs. But the thing is, when you push HBCUs, you gotta expect a pushback. And like, look, online communities, it's great to have them. We get information out. We let the narrative know you're not gonna stop us. We tell our own stories. That's the main thing. That's one of the big battles in this country right now. That's the whole thing about CRT. History is told by the victors. But we are right now documenting and telling our own stories. Oh yeah, y'all got a different Coach Simmons today. Y'all got the one from 2001 over at Houston Tillotson College. Y'all got Miss Queen teaching me over in history that Black history in America is not American history. Pretty soon, they want us wiped out as a memory. They want your culture, not you. I'm not even saying what race is that. I think it's more of an economic thing. Lyndon Baines Johnson, president, after John F. Kennedy, was famously quoted twice when he signed the Civil Rights Bill, said, "We just lost the South." And that immediately flipped all Democrats who were down here to Republicans. Now, Republicans to Democrats. He also famously said, if you give a low intelligent white man an enemy, you know what? I'm going to say it correctly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you tell an uneducated white man that he's better than the black man, he'll believe you. Hell, if you help him destroy the black man, he'll give you the money in his pocket. That's what's going on. People were shining lights on problems in our communities. We're shining the light on problems around historically black colleges and universities. We all have different beliefs. We're all brought up differently. Some have military backgrounds, some are military brats. Some are transplants. But we all are fighting for the same goal. It may look different, may have different ways of doing it. But the empowerment, the betterment, and the equal playing field for HBCU colleges. And be honest with you, because these conferences are so old, the SIAC, the CIAA, the SWAC, well, the MEAC's kind of new, but the SWAC and the MEAC, hell, the Red River, these schools are no longer just HBCU culture. They're black culture. Everything from black history in the last 100+ years has started on a movement on the HBCU campus. I want you to look it up. Look it up. Watching the video the other day where they were discussing the patriotism of the black man. How he has never been a patriot to this country. Directly after the Civil War, who was the most patriotic people in this country? Now, look, we know black people like to brag and talk shit. I understand that. And it may not have been the best time, may not have been the best time for us to go out there and throw parades and celebrate and march up and down the streets, flaunting that we love America. We get that. But what happened? The rules would change. You couldn't celebrate anymore. Couldn't have any more parades. You couldn't preach or flaunt your American status in the South. We know the history about these revolutions. Greenwood started on Langston campus. Yeah, that's the first Black Wall Street. We know about what happened in Lawrence. We know about what happened with the Great Migration from the South, with men going to the North, starting the Harlem Renaissance. You think they were making chicken and waffles in Harlem without the South? No. We know about Michigan being built. We know about the Big Ten football conference dominating, Syracuse dominating. We know about the exodus of black talent and black prosperity over the years going to the North and the Northwest. We know the instant we started to make change or a turn, those communities were instantly redlined. You couldn't own anything, you had to rent. Without ownership, you had no wealth. People, I keep telling y'all this and y'all don't listen to me, so I'm going to say it one more time. This is a moment. I'm not saying Coach Prime made this moment. I'm not saying George Floyd made this moment. I'm not saying Black Lives Matter made this moment. But a combination of everything has made a moment. I know this is election day, and if y'all haven't voted, you're not going to vote. But you also got to remember something. The scariest words you're ever going to hear. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. We got to start taking things into our own hands. Because if not, we're going to have more of these bombings, more of these burnings, more of the loss of stature, the loss of wealth, the loss of creativity. We got to start owning stuff, man. Property. Buy up all the land, all the businesses, all the restaurants, everything around your community. If you can't buy straight up, lease to own. We got to start building ourselves up. So when these fools come in here and try to tear us down by destroying a church, destroying a baseball field, the countless bombings we had, threats all over the off season, the countless bombings from Howard all the way down to Alabama A&M. Until we start owning our stuff, man, content starting all the way up to businesses, we're going to be nothing. We're going to sit here and bitch and moan about Coach Prime, whether he can or can't get to the playoffs, when these people want you off the fucking planet. Coach Simmons, and I don't know what else to say, man. We got to start taking better care of ourselves before we don't be here. I'm out.